Hello again everyone, just a quick update video. Today I'm going to show you how to make how I've made some wood loads for some open wagons. And as you can see here, this is what the end result will be. I think they look quite realistic. I got the idea when I was browsing the internet. You can buy these ready-made for various types of wagons, and I thought, why not try giving that a go myself? And that's what I did. So some of the things I needed, just some various types of paints, washes, etc. Just any sort of colors that you need to make wood. If you look closely at wood, you'll notice it's not all one shade of brown. There are various shades. Need a steel rule, my measuring gauge, file, cutting mat, and some of the materials I'm going to use. Actually, the sprues for some laser cut kits are, I think, quite ideal for this. You can cut them and make them into strips of wood. Here's a wagon that with the original plastic load. This is a Minitrix wagon, which I'm now going to remove the load, and we'll proceed to make the amended loads. As you can see in the background, I already did one. I gave it a go before I started filming. One of the other materials you can use is balsa wood strip, some rough sandpaper if you want to give it a more distressed sort of look. As you can see, filming and actually doing the work is very difficult. So during the course of this video, there'll be video, obviously, but there'll also be some pictures, because I couldn't really hold the camera and actually do the work at the same time. So with your steel rule, you can then, with your modeling knife, just cut the balsa wood into strips, whatever size you want to make. I made mine quite narrow. Here's the finished product, and there you can see one that's been distressed a little bit, roughed up. I think gives it a more natural look. One thing, when you're cutting them, they don't have to be exactly the same. In fact, I think it adds to the look if they're actually uneven. So the next stage, I started with a dark brown wash, first of all, and just apply it randomly to the wood, in however thickly you want, or lightly. And once that's done, you can then start applying other colors just to vary the tones. The other option, as I said, is you can use some of the sprues for any old laser cut buildings. Again, I cut these into various sizes of strips, rough them up. You can also rough them up with your modeling knife just by making little scratches into them, gouging out a few bits and pieces. Once you apply the washes, etc., you'll see that it actually gives it quite a realistic tone, in my opinion. And here's the finished strips. As you can see, the color isn't uniform. It varies all along, and as such, that's the look I'm going for. I use my standard Oasis foam as the filler for the wagons. It's very lightweight and easily cut. Again, it doesn't have to be even when it's inside the wagon. The unevenness, I think, also adds to the look. With your measuring gauge, you can then measure how wide the interior of the wagon is, and you just then cut them to size. As you can see, there's all my little strips now cut. And then with a little bit of PVA on top of the Oasis, you just start to lay them in. I just chose them at random, the strips, and as you can see, they're not all the same size. They're not all straight. They're not all even. And here's the finished article. Lay a couple of wood pieces at an angle on the top as well, as if they've been thrown in at the last minute. And that's what you end up with. All in all, I think quite a realistic look. And there's some pictures of them on the layout. The wagon that you see hasn't been weathered. I actually did that off camera, and you'll see that running in a freight train that I will take around the layout. It makes it's interesting to make your own loads. It gives it a bit of uniqueness to the wagons. So overall, very pleased with how it looked. And here we have a mixed freight train being pulled by a 194 around the layout. And the two loads that I made, or the two wagons, quite near the end. Yeah, there you go. So overall, a good look. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it gives you some inspiration and ideas for making your own loads. So stay safe and watch out for future videos. I'll let the train run on now, and I'll be back soon. Bye.